Hey guys, it's Raizins. I'm the support player for Phelan Gaming, here with the guide, this time for Nautilus. Nautilus is a tanky engaged support with lots of reliable CC, high kill pressure, and a gap closer. Let's go over his abilities. Nautilus' passive makes his auto attack deal extra damage and briefly root. This can only happen on the same target once every 6 seconds. Nautilus Q hurls an anchor in a direction that, if connected with an enemy, will drag the enemy towards you and pull you forward. If this connects with terrain, Nautilus will be pulled to that terrain and will half the cooldown and mana of the spell. Nautilus W shields himself and will give his basic attacks extra magic damage. This ability also resets your auto attack timer. Nautilus E sends out 3 waves in a circle around him that deal damage and slow. Nautilus Ult is a targeted ability that will send depth charges that chase the enemy and knock them up and stuns them. Any enemies hit along the way will take half damage and still be knocked up and stunned. For your Keystones on Nautilus, take Resolve with Aftershock. Aftershock is very easy to activate with all of the CC Nautilus has and will make him a lot tankier in fights. The rest of the runes in this tree are more up to personal choice, but you can choose between Demolish or Shield Bash, then generally Bone Plating and Unflinching against CC or Overgrowth or Revitalize depending on your lane. Personally, I prefer Demolish and Unflinching, Demolish for taking tower plates and Unflinching to get much needed tenacity. For your secondary, choose Inspiration with Perfect Timing and Cosmic Insight or Hextech Flash. You could also take Biscuits. I like to play with Perfect Timing and Cosmic Insight for more playmaking potential. For starting items on Nautilus, I take Relic Shield. On my first base, I will look to pick up Boots or Mobility Boots if I can afford it. Nautilus has a lot of roam potential, and picking up Boots can allow you to accelerate the game across the map rather than just bot lane. First item I will pick up is Gargoyle Stoneplate. Makes you very tanky with only one item, and you can build it cheaper with Perfect Timing. Knight's Vow is a good choice against heavy attack damage comps, or to protect the carry. Locket or Redemption is great against AoE. Right now I've been preferring building Knight's Vow followed by either of the other 2 items, however it's game dependent. Always make sure to leave a slot open for your items for pink wards, and to make sure to purchase at least one every back. For your skill order, take Hook level 1 on Nautilus. For maxing my abilities in general, I like to put 3 points into my E early so you can shove waves and deal lots of damage and all in. After that, you can max either skill depending on whether you want to be tankier with W or have more engage with Q. You can play lane phase aggressively on Nautilus in most matchups. Look to hit the enemy with a hook, and if they're squishy, you have a huge chance of winning the fight and killing the enemy. Make sure to control the vision around bot lane as well. You have great setups for junglers to gank your lane, so controlling vision around your lane will make it easier for successful ganks. Similarly, you can roam to mid lane easily as well if you keep river control, which will accelerate the game and allow for full control of the map. Always remember to make sure your team can follow up if you throw a hook. It's sometimes better to hold the skill and pressure the enemy. For teamfighting on Nautilus, you want to look to engage with your hook if you can find a good target to hit. Always go for it. This goes double for your ultimate. If you see an enemy squishy out of position, you can just ult them. You can also follow that up with a hook and auto attack for maximum CC duration. In fights, you might want to consider holding your ultimate to protect your AD carry if there are any assassins on the enemy team. Your ultimate is near impossible to avoid, so casting it on an enemy diving your backline will make it a lot safer for your AD. Playing around Fog of War is essential for Nautilus. If you catch an enemy out of position and have one other member with you, it should be a guaranteed kill. Overall, Nautilus is a great choice, bringing strong engage and CC, which are great characteristics for climbing in solo queue. Thanks for watching this guide. If you want more videos like this one, subscribe to the Phelan Gaming YouTube channel. If it's more of me you want, you can check me out at Twitter @RaizinsLol, or you can see me play in the UKLC every Tuesday and Wednesday starting 6 PM GMT.